What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Want to show you guys a 39-1 gameplay I had on Heligoland Bight CTE. So as of right now, they actually still do have these two new Turning Tides maps that are going to come out later this month, still on the CTE right now, as I've checked on January 17th. So not sure when they're going to quite take that out. I did see the DICE developer that runs the CTE make mention on his Twitter post today that there's going to be another build that should be coming out sometime today. I'm not sure quite what that's going to be, so I'll link his Twitter down below if you guys want to follow that and see what he has in store for us today. But I am on Heligoland Bight with the Tank Hunter class, which is a class I made mention in my first Heligoland Bight video that I'll probably gravitate towards too, because I feel like it will probably be the best class really on this whole map. I think even past all the vehicles and whatnot, even though vehicles at times can do some pretty like crazy things, I think consistently across the board, I think this is probably the better class out of everything right now. Now, I did already die at the very beginning of the game, so I am, don't have really much pressure on this game to try to go on some crazy kill streak. I've been trying to discover new strats on the defending side of Heligoland by how to start off the map, and I've been jumping on D, as D is the closest to the enemy spawn, and I've been getting into the torpedo boats, shooting shots with the torpedo boat, and then actually getting off the boat and just getting into the water, waiting for the torpedoes to respawn so I can refire more torpedo boats against the destroyers that are coming out of their home spawn. So that was kind of what I was trying to do, but unfortunately when I jumped out, I got myself blasted, I think from the impact from my torpedo boat. So I've been getting a little bit better at that, where I'm trying to avoid that getting away from my torpedo boat, so if they do fire at it, I don't die in it. Because if you just sit there, shoot two torpedoes out of it, and you're sitting there, you're just basically a sitting duck for any of the destroyers to blast you. So I've just been jumping out of the torpedo boat and then waiting for my torpedoes to respawn and then firing it, and then keeping that going backwards. But I don't really know how it's turning out right now. So right now, I mean, for the most part, it kind of seems to be kind of, I don't know, 50-50, I don't know, something like that. But we'll see as it progresses how well I can get to doing that. Now, once I died, I just rolled up over here, picked up the kit that spawns, seems like around 4-minute mark. Like I said, the spawns seem to be kind of, I don't really know about them right now. I think I got a better idea what the respawns are like, but definitely not what the spawns are like. Now, I still need to get a bit better at grabbing the boats and moving around with the boats on the map, even though that is pretty risky, as you could get blasted easily by a destroyer or something across the map. So something that is a bit of a risk, but for the most part, at least it'll get you to point A to point B a little bit quicker than when I'm treading through water right here. So we'll see what's going on over here by B. B's pretty interesting, especially with the capture zone kind of off of the actual boat here, and there's only select a certain amount of areas you can actually jump up over here right in the front of the boat. And so it is kind of interesting over here by B, especially there's a lot of people who you'll see them wanting to camp down here right below the stairs, or they're watching it up top where that little space is, right where that individual was. So there's been a lot of that going on over here by B, and then and then on the other side just as much. So it's kind of interesting, and it's just interesting in together that you can still have people who are in the water, underwater, with their pistol out, and the moment you shoot at them, they'll just dive underwater, go somewhere else. And for the elite class, that's a bit sketchy, because I may mention this in my other Zebra grade video, that when you jump in with an elite class, you don't have a pistol, so you're just a sitting duck in there, and so you'll make a big mistake if you try to go in after that guy. So definitely interesting stuff with the water gameplay, which I actually kind of like. I mean, when I played a lot of Fail Fortress, and just saw a lot of potential of having people who are in water and you're battling each other with your pistol in the water, I thought that would be pretty cool. Not to make it the dominance of that map, but have it a little bit more frequent, and you do find that a lot on this map especially. So they're behind this. I'm going to work my way all the way back towards the A, hold down my team, and hopefully I go pick up a boat, because running around like this is not practical at all. Just the way this map is played out, just something that I think you really do want to avoid as much as you can. But again, like I was saying to you, I still got to be careful for some crazy torpedo boats. To play it safe, you know, don't maybe run past the destroyer. There's no one around right here for me to really have to battle with. So instead of taking my torpedo boat and driving it right up to D, which is the only point they have captured, you know, I could take it and drive it maybe over there, a little bit over to C, where the pathway is over there to D, maybe make a safer route for me, you know, than me just aggressively going right into, you know, guns blazing. So, yeah, so here we go. Gonna grab this boat right here and try to get myself in a better spot. Now, there's some interesting places over there by D that you can post up really well, especially with this kit, and that being a place where the enemy spawn is, home spawn is really the closest to D. You're going to find a lot of their boats and stuff that are going to come out from that area, and you can do some pretty heavy damage with this gun. I actually had one game where, unfortunately, with a lot of the CTE games, it seems like you're either getting punished and the game's ending really quick with your team's getting destroyed, or you destroy the enemy team. And there was a game where we were destroying the enemy team, and I was just holding them down from the place over there. Hopefully I'd make it there by D, but it's right there in front of me. It's a little bit of the island that's right off of the main part where the lighthouse is. So there's a little bit of a land mass that's right there to my right, and you can post up over there and be in the capture zone. And it's been a place where a lot of people aren't looking, and a lot of boats will fly past that area, and you can just be blasting boats from that position. I actually had a medic and a support class that were with me one game, and they just kept resupplying me and giving me ammo, and I was just able to chill and post up literally right there. And so that's a very interesting spot in my opinion, and especially if you can drop maybe those boats that allow your teammates to load out over there and spawn on that boat, the boat I was just driving previously. You know, that's definitely an option that you can take. Now you can see me here just having my teammates finish off that destroyer, and now I'm going to focus on his torpedo boat, which is something I made mention in the first video, that I'll spend a lot of time hitting the larger boats with this gun, such as destroyers or maybe the airship or the dreadnought. And I said that I was going to more and more lean away from that and really more focus on torpedo boats, and this being a nuisance for the actual larger ships, as it takes a lot of ammo to take those ships out. So I'll really only be firing at these ships when I know that, you know, they're battling my teammates and I'm trying to prevent them, you know, from winning against my teammates, give my teammates a little bit of an extra edge. You know, and then really focus on the torpedo boats. The torpedo boats only take 3 shots to take those boats out. So, you know, it's more practical to be taking those boats out, especially with those torpedo boats. Some have argued is a little bit OP when it comes to battling these destroyers. So if you want to, you know, help, you know, balance out a little bit and give your teammates a little bit of that edge, I think really focus on torpedo boats with this weapon, and you'll do pretty well. We'll be posting up right over here by this pillbox now, and nice thing is I have that AA gun behind me, and those are little things that, like finding these, you know, big guns on the map to do some damage on the enemy's vehicles, definitely help you keep that ammo in your inventory high. So I have the AA gun right there to my left, so if I wanted to go put damage on the airship right now, I could do that. And I've done that actually a couple times, but in this situation here, I'm going to be watching that little tunnel right there. I was really hoping I would catch them all running in one big line, and I would be able to get this massive multi-kill off of one shot. But it turns out that not quite, that didn't really quite happen. So, you know, those are the little things that you look into the game to try to find that one little exploit where people are going to go through a tunnel. Like Imyuns is famous for that. With this E-spawn tunnel, you have the enemy players that can come out, and if you push really hard with your armored truck, you see people countlessly over and over again trying to drop, you know, whatever they want to do there. So yeah, those are the little things that you try to find in every map, and I possibly might kind of have one that's not like Imyuns anywhere close, but you know, if you get a bunch of players over there, you know, where they're at right now by E, that's their only spawn, and they want to go push up over here by D, you're going to see a lot of them start to flow out from that point. So but now I'm kind of watching. This is when I think I'm going to get more of them are going to start pushing out now. I see one of them trying to put shots onto me, and I think I shoot that guy a little bit too late, and then now more of them are going to start coming out from here. So, I mean, I had a little bit of an opportunity there to probably do a little bit of damage from far away and kind of hold them off from that zone, and I wasn't able to score that shot. So now they're all going to kind of start to try to overwhelm me right here, and I'm missing a lot of shots with the shotgun. That's why I said with the double-barrel shotgun, man, it's a scary weapon to be using because you just miss too. Like, I'm missing my shots. There's nothing about the you know registration not working, but I'm just missing shots everywhere. So, you know, you only have 3 shots with all these weapons in total. It's to reload, and so there's not a lot of mercy for you if you miss. At least the nice thing is in this situation right here, that they're missing just as much as I'm missing, so I'm able to keep my health up pretty high right now, even though that guy was kind of everyone just kind of kept eluding me, and even my teammates too. I think this guy dies here. Yeah, I think the infantry died right there, and this guy, yeah, I don't even know what happened to him. I think my teammates killed him, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was a strange encounter right there. You know, low-key kind of my fault right there for not bringing out taking out those enemy players right when they're going down the tunnel. So yeah, it's something you don't you know, when you look back in hindsight, you're like damn, I should have made sure I got those shots. But the nice thing is I'm pretty sure the infantry respawns in 3 minutes, so it should pop up in 3 minutes about now. But I'm gonna go into these pillbox right here, and I utilize this actually a lot this game because they do eventually start wanting to go after me, and I start utilizing the pillboxes a lot. So you're gonna see me use these 2 right here, somewhat decent. Again, I was starting to miss a lot of my shots, and that didn't help. But I was at least hitting a few shots that I did need to hit. Like that was a helpful one right there. And I'm gonna hit another one right here. Yeah. So I was able to you know, somewhat decent shots down enemy players, and I still want to put pressure on the boats as they were moving over here towards the right of me. But yeah, you just can't miss your shots when it comes to this weapon, and get them as far as range as you can. I'm gonna miss him. Just not enough in time. I focused on those torpedo boats, and I wasn't able to get anywhere good position. I thought I'd pop out here one more time, and man, I didn't even know I hit that shot right there. So yeah, a couple of those shots I actually did hit a little bit more than I thought, and so that was helpful. But I'm gonna move out of here now. I'm gonna use the pillbox, make sure it's right there to the back of me. You know, someone's gonna throw a flare right on me, and I'm gonna get back into this pillbox right here. So this is what they talked about adding some of these in the map. As you can see, me being blasted by the destroyer. I think it's like the AA gun or something. And that's the advantage of what they're trying to do to give a little bit more cover for infantry players. And so you see that kind of be utilized right there. Not quite sure if that was originally there or not, but at least for those locations, you can at least, you know, pause and move into the next pillbox. Even though I didn't want to stay there for long, and I moved out of there as quick as I can and got over here. Now, C is pretty interesting because of this massive big gun right here. It really kind of goes to show how kind of important C kind of is, as this is the only place on the map that has this big gun. And considering there could be a lot of battles around this area, right over there by between C and D, I mean, it's definitely, again, it's something that now, kind of looking at it now, realizing that's probably the reason why they have this gun here, and kind of, if you really want to utilize it, because I've seen this gun over here just do some nasty work. I've been blasted about it a couple times, almost to the point where I thought maybe this shouldn't even be on the map, because it destroys the vehicles pretty easily. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what they want to do here, you know, in regards to having this massive gun on the map. But I mean, it does work. If it's going to stay on there, then you know, it's something that you might want to consider when you're on this map. So trying to stop this one with the assault class that's stuck up underneath me right here, to prevent him from taking out my teammate. But I got a little bit too late on that, and unfortunately by the time my health got healed, they went up and they're capping C now. So I'm gonna try to somewhat get in somewhat of a good position here to at least get one good shot on with my rifle. But teammates are already ahead of me, and they are putting some damage on enemy players. I'm creeping up from behind, flanking them, but unfortunately wasn't quite able to finish that guy off. So teammates are able to do work on him, and this whole situation actually kind of worked its way out pretty nice there. It looked like it was going to be a little bit more of a grind than it would have actually turned out to be. There's probably some people probably lurking still around. I've had a lot of that over here by C, where it looks like we cap it. Look at that right there. It looks like we cap it, but there's just people that are just around. And yeah, it's kind of weird. C's a little weird for me right now, so I'm still figuring out some of these capture points, as they can just be kind of strange. But here I am now by the AA gun. That guy, I don't think he's gonna recover out of that dive, but that's again what you want to try to utilize, especially when using weapons like these, that you want to put your damage on, you know, enemy attack boats, and you know cause enemy destroyers not to be able to heal themselves, and not kind of waste these shots if you don't have to. So if you can utilize one of the AA guns in the map, that's what you want to do. So this is where I say kind of gets weird, because again, they're back over here again, And it's just that spawn points down over there by the water, and especially got to watch those boats that are on the spawns, as they will like to respawn in those boats. And so that's what you kind of have to watch out for. That's probably they did something about that. Maybe we're in the water and went a little bit maybe off the capture point, and they were underwater, waited for teammates to respawn, and then when they had the teammates respawning on them, they went and pushed back onto the beach. So something like that could possibly be going down. You always got to be aware of that. But it seems like they're probably coming over there by B now, because they have B capped, and now I'm just missing shots everywhere. So this guy actually comes up here, hunts me, and then I run right into my infiltrator teammate. So I'm like, you can handle him. And what do you know? I think the guy ends up actually killing this dude, my own team. I'm like, oh, I don't have a viewpoint there. So I'm like, I'm going to try jumping up and getting a better viewpoint from up here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know what happens to him, but I was expecting him to do damage on him. The guy's still around, so I don't know what happens to my teammate if he was alive. I think I'm pretty sure he died. So he probably was really low with health, and you know how the infantry class is. So, but now I see a really low flying airship, and I don't really want to mess with that. So I'm gonna go back into the pillbox here and try to put shots. I wanted to put shots on that player right there. I want to see if I could get it. I couldn't get it, so I kind of tend to stay away from those because I don't snipe enough. So that's not my forte when it comes to this game. So I was just thought that maybe I'll try to do a little bit of a god shot for me at least, and then after I did that, I was like, yeah, it's probably best for me just to stick to shooting the main part of the blimp. So I was trying to hopefully maybe get onto that AA gun right there, but that AA gun is blown up, so there's nothing I can do in regards to that. But for the most part, we kind of basically held them from the very start of the game. There's really not much that they were able to do to really come back. And basically a lot with the gameplay with the tank hunter class, really just more focused on torpedo boats. I had a lot of infantry gameplay on this map as well too. It's still a solid, any of the elite classes are solid if you want to take out the infantry players, so it's still a good way to go if you want to deal with infantry players that are whatever they're doing on the map. But it's always nice to be able to be flexible and be able to have a game plan that can do damage on what is kind of the main thing on this map, which is vehicles. So yeah, I'm gonna wanted to pick off that player. Man, they were relentless over here by C. That's why I said I got a little bit of work to get over here by C to make sure that even when we cap C, we really do cap C. We don't have enemy players that are spawning or maybe pushing with boats or something, getting myself in a better position where this is not happening, which is going on right here, as you can see. So I was hoping I can get the 40-0, but I ended up getting 39-1. So I was like hoping maybe I could pick up that last kill, as I was kind of running low on ammo, and try to get those last 2 more kills or whatever to get up to my 40 kill mark. But not quite there. Was able to actually run over a player right over here. But that's basically it for you guys today. Again, a really fun map, and it's fun to actually see this is still on the CTE. So again, check the dev's Twitter down below to see what he has in store for us today. Hopefully it's still more stuff in regards to these 2 new maps, because I'm definitely having a fun time playing them, and I hope you guys have gotten a chance to at least check it out for a little bit. So that's it for you guys today. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. I am Living, and I will catch you guys again later. Peace.